Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 21 of your Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode. In the last episode, we got eliminated by your Oakland Athletics in 5 games. And man, I was just in disbelief as Tom David. He was just off the base too much and he tried to go for it and he was just too far away. And next thing you know it, he got caught, and that was the end of the game. And there was no way that we were possibly going to win the game in the first place because it was Fernando Zumra up at bat, and it's practically you're practically done there. No offense against Fernando Zumra, but we already had 2 outs. It was practically a done deal already. It's just the way that we had to end that game was just not the way I imagined it. But we're going into a very important offseason for your Toronto Blue Jays as we're pretty broke. And we got a lot of players that we had to sign. Of course, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., we're paying him $31 million with his next paycheck. So Philadelphia Phillies to win the World Series. And that could have been us, man. So we do have a coach that has come off. I think that was Diego Davis or something like that. Oh my god, now I'm burping. I had a drink of water before the video. And of course, I'm going to start burping like a motherfucker. So, no one, Miguel Cabrera retires. So, he will also be put into the Hall of Fame as from 2002 to 2024. 568 home runs. What a career Miguel Cabrera had. So, yes, we are going to need to hire a bunch of scouts, or a bunch of staff, and look at that, man. Tyler O'Neill, who's in free agency. Jesus, man, that's a big guy right there. But it is a big free agency this year as we only have a little bit amount of money because of this man here, right here, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who is demanding $31 million to be on the team this year. So he is demanding a lot of money to be on our team. So, of course, we had to pay him that money because he's well worth that type of money, right? So we paid him up, and now we're going to be dealing with the consequences of having a very, very expensive player like him on the team. So we're going to have to go through, we're going to hire a very good coach this year. And, so yeah, that's our old coach, Diego Davis. I think we go after someone new this year. I think we need a little bit of a change up. He has 2 posts. He's a veteran coach, right? We need someone that can maybe bring that veteran appearance. Clint Hurdle, 2 pennants. 1 World Series, he won 0, so he must have been with the Philadelphia Phillies, because when I was recording my second time, I accidentally deleted my whole recording session, so I'm having to go through this again. So he was in 2 pennants, so that's a very impressive record for Clint Hurdle. I think we definitely give him a chance as our head coach. Maybe he can push us to that World Series, maybe he can push us to that next step, so we're going to pay him huge bucks, 7.8 for the next 3 years for Clint Hurdle, and then also a first base coach. We're also going to sign Andreas Jackson as well. Get him locked up on a huge deal for us so he signs with the Toronto Blue Jays. Now on to the main part of the selection, the free agents. Now this is a big part because we need to pick who we want to sign. And Tyler O'Neill, oh, that's a hefty fucking contract, man. He's been one of our best players, though. And he's born and raised in Canada. He wants to sign a 5-year contract with us. He's been a consistent player for the last 2 years for the Toronto Blue Jays. He didn't play as many games. I think he got injured midway through the year. But, man, he had a career year this year. 24 home runs, better than any other year. He's really taken a step up with us. He's been one of our big star players. And I think you sign this player to a big-time contract, you backload it. How many years? So 5 years, 6 years, that takes him to 35. I think he's definitely signed him to a 6-year contract. You backload that fucking thing. 7 years. I think we do it for 6 years. You backload that contract. You maybe get it down to $24 million per year. You're not going to have to pay very much for it this year, but then later on in the years, for sure. But I think we could definitely get a nice deal out of that. Hildeberger was a good pitcher for us last year. I think we could definitely get him back to for another year. I don't think I would definitely hate that. Hildeberger's been one of our consistent pitchers. Get him back for a year. Danny Jensen, he wants some big time money. 8.4, and as my controller dies as well, he wants $8.4 million, which, that's an expensive contract when we do have Reese McGuire in the back. And Danny Jensen, what's so special about him? He plays good field, but then yet you have Reese McGuire, who has been playing better defensively than Danny Jensen. He might not hit as well, but he is way better defensively than Jensen. So we're just going to tender him Rogers, he struggled this year. We're just going to tender him. And same with Rafael Iglesias. Luke Vaught, he wants $7.9 million, plus he doesn't want to sign with the team, so we're just going to leave him be. Ryan Baraki, he has been our big left-hander pitcher. We're just going to sign him to a year because we might be making a big deal with him and maybe getting rid of him. We'll have to see on that part. And everyone else looks dandy fine. I think Tyler O'Neill will be, hopefully he'll sign back with the team. If he doesn't, that sucks ass. But Clint Hurdle has accepted the Dodgers offer as farm director. Are you fucking shitting me? You accept a farm director position instead of a fucking coaching position? Man, you're on some crack, dude. Jesus, man. You got Troy, first year coaching. We need someone that's a veteran who's been coaching for a long time. 1 postseason appearance, that's not good enough for me. 0. We might go back with Diego Davis, honestly. He might come back as our coach. I think so. I think that's our best decision right now as a team, is just going back with our main guy. He will be our coach. Diego Davis, you're coming back, buddy. You're going to get paid a lot of money for the next 3 years. $7 million for the next 3 to come back to the Toronto Blue Jays. And then we need a first base coach, which we will pay someone more than all of these guys. So Hunter Fortune will pay you $3 million to come on to the Toronto Blue Jays. We pay our staff good money. We don't cheap out on them. Diego Davis, of course he is signed with the fucking Rockies as a fucking coach director. Jesus Christ. What's with these people? Okay, we're going to have to go with a new coach. Gary Desarney, we will pay you $7.1 million to come to the Toronto Blue Jays to be our coach. Okay? Come along, man. Jesus Christ. Has accepted the Parrots. Oh my god, no one. This is just turning out to be a very fucking unfortunate free agency right now, man. Jesus fucking Christ. No coach wants to sign with us. Like, Jesus Christ. Can we get someone? Velocity, batting clutch. That's not bad. We need some batting clutch, and I think he could be someone. Can Paul Rucker sign with our motherfucking team? $6 million for the next 3 years. Paul Rucker will be our new head coach for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's signing as our base coach. He's signing as manager. Awesome. Today's the last day. Yes. So just practically, yeah. Tyler O'Neill has signed with the team. That is, man, we are fucking broke as shit. $1.84 million going into free agency this year. My God. So Reese McGuire, we're going to be signing him back to the team, of course. That's a very cheap deal for Reese McGuire, as he does want to come back. And he's very good defensively. I mean, what's the hate about Reese McGuire right now? He's a man that I think the Blue Jays are definitely going to love as our catcher right now. He's a cheaper option for us. Jonathan Davis, we'll sign him for a year at 3 years. Or $3 million. He's a nice guy to back up on the team. He's a nice depth piece. Tom David, we'll sign him for a year. Actually, can we get him? Okay, he's going to fucking get paid here soon. So backloaded contract. Get him down at least a bit. $6.8 million. And then Kevin Biggio, we won't worry about because, I mean, he's going to want to kind of play in a more of a bigger position. Kevin LaValle, now all these guys are going to be dirt cheap, so we're going to try to get as cheap of contracts as we possibly can get with most of these guys. We're not going to lowball them like too bad, just enough that we can get a nice deal out of them. So we don't have to worry about too much cap space with this upcoming free agency because we're not having very much money this upcoming free agency. We are broke as shit this year. We're going to have to deal with the funds that we have that we're going into this year. Now, we might make a big deal trading away Kyle Wright or something like that. I might be making a big deal in that sort of area because, honestly, we need a left-handed pitcher for the team right now. All we have is Ryan Baraki. We need a left-handed pitcher, and maybe we could find someone out there that can help us out with that option. Would be nice, and we're going to have Eric Bedino, and a lot of these guys want to be in that starting rotation, as we've been seeing as both. Oh, we could have signed, we're going to sign Eric Bedino for longer. I know we can. 3 years. It's like 400, 600K. Nate Pearson wants to be in a starting position. Brendan Hannafy and Eric Bedino all want to be in starting positions. So we're going to have to really look at those guys and see if they're really worthy of being in a play or a starting position, or if we need to just trade them and go with the left-handed pitcher that would help us out better off for the future for our team right now. So Eisen Diaz, 800K for him as well. 700K will go down for him. Yusel Antoni, he was one of our depth pieces this year. He was a great fielder. I feel like he could definitely be a nice depth piece for the team. Kyle Cody, Rob Stockton as well. He's going to be another depth piece. I think we're going to take a look at the team, and we'll see what we need to do for bullpen-wise, because we really need to improve that fucking bullpen. That bullpen was horrible come towards playoff time, and it really just went to shit during the series against the Oakland Athletics. Like, we blew a lot of leads just because of our bullpen, so we really need to see that our bullpen can do something for us this year and not just be shit. Ronnie Britta, 400K for him, because we really need to see something from that bullpen. And we got a lot of guys that could possibly jump up and be in a bullpen position this year. So we might not have to go out and spend very much. And plus, I think we got we got Hildeberger. We got a pretty good bullpen coming for us this year anyways. And a lot of our prospects, man, they're starting to arise here, man. They're starting to come into play, and they're starting to actually going to start playing baseball for us, which is just crazy to even think that now, that we're having players that are going to be here soon, going to be playing for your Toronto Blue Jays. Gregor Cortez, another guy that we're not going to really worry about. Just lower that down a whole shit ton. 600K for you. Reno Rozulias. Adrian Gomez. Marcus Pauls. Get him to a contract. Carmen Hernandez, maybe a guy that we trade away since he's so far in development. He's taking his sweet-ass time. Luis Baez. Brian Kamosha. Whatever. We'll withdraw that contract because I want something cheap. Actually, this wasn't that cheap anyways. Clarence Asby. I think we're almost done here now. We're just getting to the tail end of shit. Alfonso Delgado. Desmond Klein. Cesar Pinto. You got Roman Rosa. Ryan Nuda. Sam Morado. Hopefully some of these guys develop into some nice pieces. There you go. Now we do got to select that 40-man roster. We got Johnny Denny, Emmett Keith, so some big players up on that list. So Johnny Denny is a guy that we definitely do need to put on the 40-man list. That's a guaranteed. Elvis Lusanio, we could just remove him off the 40-man. I don't see the need that we need to have him up on there. He's not going to develop into anything. I don't see the point. Emmett Keith, that's a guy that we definitely need to keep on the team for sure. He's being added to the 40-man roster. Alfonso Delgado. Yes. He's a right fielder. I think all the guys that are above 23 need to be put on the 40-man roster, if I'm correct. So, Roman Rosa, I'm pretty sure he's on there too. Yeah, all the guys that are above 23 years old, they need to be put on the 40-man roster, and we only have 5 spots left. So let's take a look at our 40-man roster. Let's see what we got, and maybe see what we can almost take off of that 40-man roster, if there's anyone to take off of it. Kevin Biggio, he's one of them that we could take off that 40-man roster for sure. We don't need him on there. Denny, yes. Okay. So, practically, we're just going to go through, see who we need to add to the 40-man roster. Kyle Cody, I mean, he's 30. I don't really want to worry about him being on the 40-man roster. Giancarlo Navarro, yes, add him to the 40-man roster. He's developing quite nicely for the team. DeMarcus Paul, add him to the 40-man roster. Luis Baez, Sam Morado, yes, add him to the 40-man roster. Keith, these guys. John Abrams, yes, add him to the 40-man roster. Is Rob Stockton up on there? No, he's not. Okay. We do not have to worry about Rob Stockton. So 2 more places. Rafael Morano for sure, and Cesar Pinto we're going to keep on the team as well, because, I mean, it's nice to have some catching depth for the team right now. And who was that other? Rafael Morano. Okay, so what do we got coming up for the Toronto Blue Jays this year? So you got Kyle Wright, Joe Musgrove, Baraki, Nate Pearson, Bickford, Perdino, Mark Leiter Jr., Hannafy, and Kluffenstein for all your pitching depth. My God, that's a lot of pitching depth. That is a lot, and you have 290s. I mean, we can combine all these guys and make another 90 for Christ's sakes, but that's definitely a work in progress. We're going to not even touch starting pitchers. Bullpen. You got Hildeberger, Pannone, and Gant. So you got 2 righties, and then you also got Stockton, who I think is probably going to be ready for this upcoming year. If you really think about it, I think he might be ready. You got also Emmett Keith that also could be ready, and Ken Iguana. All these 3 guys can be ready, and if not, well, fuck, we could combine Ken Iguana and John Abrams to that list of, hey, let's throw these guys out there and see what we can get for those closing pitchers and maybe upgrade into a good bullpen guy for the team. Maurice McGuire, Cade Scrivicho, that's fine with me. He could definitely play some baseball this year. He's looking good overall. He has good vision. He'll definitely be a good backup for Maurice McGuire. Kevin Lavallee will be our first baseman this year. Fernando Zuma will be our second baseman. Guerrero Jr. our third. Bo Bichette shortstop. Tyler O'Neill our left fielder. Don David our center field. And Christian Yelich our right fielder. And then we got Jonathan Davis and Fernando Sylvia in the depth. We could maybe even trade Jonathan Davis away as well. That could be a possible case. Maybe pick up another speedy player as well. Depth-wise, I think we mostly got everything filled up. Like, honestly, though, we need a DH for sure. And we got a little bit of money to do that. I mean, we have signed a pretty good amount of players. So we're not going to be able to go all out on a big DH player. $18 million. I mean, we don't got the money for it. I feel like someone, oh my God, Rowdy Tellez, pick him back up. Someone I can consistently hit good home runs wouldn't be that bad of a decision. Freddie Freeman, California. Isn't he a Canadian? I think he is, but I just can't remember. Fuck, man, wouldn't he be nice to pick up on the team for a year? Just a big fucking dinger of a guy, man. Oh, my God, that would be so nice. We're just going to sim, like, 3-4 days. Let's see if we could get Freddie Peralta, Max Fried. Okay, that's fine with me. Kim Biggio has been claimed. Okay. Alexander Gold. Oh, Walker Buehler going to the fucking Athletics, man. The Athletics are even getting better. Danny Jensen going to the Dodgers, so that means we get picks with that. I'm pretty sure. Luis McGuire hasn't signed yet, so how much we don't got fucking at all any money, man. Shohei Ohtani, he could also hit, but I think in this game he's just a pitcher, which he's been just a fucking shit pitcher. Jesus Christ, man. Why is he pitching so much then? Wow, what the fuck? Why is he such a shit pitcher in the game? And why is everyone going after him if he's such a shitty pitcher? That makes no sense. I think Luke Vogt might come back. Yeah, I mean, he was a big hitter for us last year. Wouldn't it be a bad idea to just bring him back? It would be a big hitter for us, and I mean, yeah, I think we're just going to go and do that. Pick back up Luke Vogt for a year. Pay him $9 million 1 year for $9 million for Luke Vogt to come back for the Blue Jays. I think that's really it. That's all we really can do right now for the team is just get Luke Vogt back on the team. Has decided to accept the qualifying offer, now under contract for a year. Oh, great. All the guys are returning. Fuck, how broke am I now? Oh, that's bad. That's bad. All right, time to make some trades here. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, we're going to get some shit trades, but that's fine. Tommy Kroger. Wow. Shit. You guys would take that deal for me? A potential fucking... I would take Tommy Kroger back for sure. Bullpen guy. I'll totally take that. James Paxton. Let's get rid of him. I mean, yeah, we don't need him. We don't need him. We could get rid of him. Just get some shit players, I guess. We're going to trade him to a team that, I guess, the Cubs. Yeah, the Cubs will do us good. Any other ridiculous contracts? So we got, right, yeah, Baraki, Nate Pearson, yep. Leiter Jr., yep. Perdino, yep. Navarro, surprisingly, is actually not that bad of a pitcher either. Stockton, Gladius. Prospects. Cardinals, 2 prospects. Yeah, that'll do me good. Let's get him off the team. That's all I'm worried about. Let's just get him off the team. Luke Vaught, $19 million. Fuck, that's fine with me. We were going to give him a contract again, but that's fine. It's only 1 year anyways. Bichette, he's on his last year. Tyler O'Neill, we locked him up. Practically, that's it. That's our cap space. Wow, and we are broke as shit. So I don't think we're going to be able to keep Luke Vaught, as a matter of fact. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. So Luke Vaught, I'm sorry, buddy, but we're going to have to get rid of you and pick us up a fucking player. Jesus Christ, I cannot speak. Yeah, we had to do it. I mean, we didn't have the cash flow to go and keep him on the team, and we got Reese McGuire coming in as well. So I think right now we're just going to worry about getting the young kids signed back, and then worry about building the squad. I think that's what we're going to worry about right now. I mean, we really can't fucking do shit right now for our team. Yes, we have done that. We have already picked our 40-man roster, so. Blake Rutherford, we've given him a contract, so. Great news, I just got, yeah, okay, yeah, we know. Oh, fuck, what can we do with the team this year, man? I think this is something that we leave up for the next video, and we just make a plan for this upcoming season, because I do not know what to really fucking do with this team. It's a really big, we don't really have the money this year to go out and do a lot of stuff. I mean, you could get rid of Tyler O'Neill, right? I mean, it's a tough decision on what we could do this year. I mean, we can trade Kyle Wright and maybe pick up a left-handed pitcher in return. An A prospect. I want MLB ready players, not just fucking semi-good players. I want some fucking good players for my guy. I don't think Tristan McKenzie and Derek Maddox. I think that's someone to go through, maybe the Rays. The Rays want him really bad. What do they got in Rays Town? Oh my god, Tristan McKenzie's cheap as shit too for this year. I want to be bad. You get cheaper pay for Tristan McKenzie. And then we could go after... You guys got a nice big time hit. Oh my god, Tony Kemp. That's a lot of money for Tony Kemp. Jesus Christ. Travis Shaw in his last year. I don't think that would take us into 582. I mean, Travis Shaw, 93 years old, his last year of his deal. He's a big time power hitter. He would totally fucking pay DH for us. That would be a nice deal. You get Tristan McKenzie and Travis Shaw. You fill that need of a pitcher. I mean, is he left-handed? He's not left-handed, though. Yarbrough is, but he's $9.5 million, though. That just doesn't fit my needs. We need a left-handed pitcher and a guy that can hit the ball. See, that's the problem. I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to end the video off here. I'm going to do a shit ton of pre-scouting for the next video. Like a shit ton. Like I'm going to have to go through and just tear apart this trading trade finder and find us the perfect deal and find us the perfect team for next year. Because I don't want to just end the season off with just that little bit of an off season. It's a big fucking off season for us. Because this upcoming year, we want to make it into the playoffs. We want to be the best possible team we can make our team. And being that best team is having the best players that we could possibly have for the cheapest that we can. We want to keep Tyler O'Neill. We want to keep those good players that have been with us since day one and making it into the playoffs. And the way that we need to go right now is a bunch of guys that are cheap as shit for 1 year. So we're going to have to figure something out. I will fix up a trade tree of shit. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.